Hey guys, Nick here, and today we're getting into part 17 of What If Dale Survived the Remake. Gonna be a shorter episode than the past, 4 to 5, but hey, for what it's worth, it should still be interesting nonetheless, considering what the series has had to offer. And it will be a nice tie-in to our little group of people heading for Terminus and how it will end up. Now, let's get into it. But before that, really quick, did you guys know that physicists believe, and I'm sure many of you have grown accustomed to believe, especially being on the channel, that there are more than two, but especially two, alternate realities. One in which you subscribe to the Next Topics YouTube channel, and one in which you don't. Now, the settings for these are very interesting. If you don't subscribe to Next Topics YouTube channel, Beerus the Destroyer will spawn straight in front of you and Hakai you out of existence. And if you do subscribe, Whis, the angel from Universe 7, which I'm sure every Dragon Ball fan knows about, will come to you firsthand and take you to his world where he will teach you every manner of Ultra Instinct. So, if I really had to choose, I would rather Beerus not Hakai me out of existence. I'd rather be a destroyer. But hey, you know how Beerus can be. So honestly, I'd go with the decision to get Ultra Instinct from the likes of Whis rather than get a purple spear straight in front of my face before I get completely erased from existence. So I'd hit that subscribe button to avoid that gnarly fate. So, with that out of the way, let's get into the episode. Now, we cut to our group at the end of last episode. Bob, Lizzie, Mika, Abraham, Rosita, and Eugene have come across the signs for Terminus, and soon enough, they reach Terminus. Now, pretty much everybody, except maybe Abraham and Rosita, are kind of happy to be here, because what they've seen from the signs and now this place, it looks as legit as it's said. And even though it's the apocalypse, literally this could be a trap, Bob is really hopeful. But Abraham, like I said, him and Rosita, they just kind of want to get Eugene to Washington to save the world. But it's good to both of them, especially Abraham, on two things. Number one, it could actually be real. And number two, whether it's real or whatever, they could ask these people to come along with them and help them save the world. So, they approach the insides of the Terminus building, where they meet Gareth and all the other undercover cannibals, and the introduction pretty much goes as you would expect from Maggie and Abraham and all them other people, and when Rick and them obviously appeared. But, just like Abraham said himself in canon, obviously we didn't get to see that, he mentions Washington and saving the world and everything, and that's when crap goes downhill fast. Gareth and every one of the people there turn the switch in their heads instantly. Alex gets killed in the crossfire, and everybody else is taken into the train car. Whenever everything happens, and Alex is unexpectedly killed, and they're all forced into the train car, literally thinking that they're all gonna die, Mika's trying to calm down Lizzie because they just lost an entire town of people and ran away, and the people that they were with, Karen, David, Milton, and Jody. But Mika herself is trying to not freak out herself because she hasn't gotten brave yet like I've made her in many of my stories. So she's not exactly in a position to be telling Lizzie to calm down, even though she's way more sane than she is, but that's beside the point. Gareth, we all know that him and their people, they didn't care about killing or eating kids or babies. They were literally going to do it to Judith and everything else. But because the group here, besides, Abraham and Rosita mainly, and maybe a little bit of Bob, they weren't exactly hostile in the very, big sense like Rick and their people were. He decides to grant them a token of reprival, if that's the right word, that he will not kill the kids until last. But he's got plans for all of them, and they're not exactly going to come out alive. He pretty much says that even though the kids are going to live till the end, they're not living, to see everything else. They're not going to come out of it alive. You guys get what I mean. I don't know why I was stumbling over that. But anyways, when we get to the room where everybody's, gets bashed with the bat and then their throats slit and everything so that way they can be eaten, the first 4 people that we saw and then they got killed, they still get killed. But there's an extra addition, Clara. Because remember, I had something lined up for her character since Rick and their people never crossed upon her. She was taken. And she, unfortunately, ends up being one of the victims too. And I know that I said that I was going to do something with her, and I know it's kind of stupid that I'm killing her, but I have a what if specifically saved for her, so it's not like I'm going to throw her character out the window. I mean, I did in the past, but once again, besides the point. Next, Bob, the last person in the room besides Clara and all those other 4 people. He's about to get killed when bang! An explosion goes off on the outskirts of Terminus. An explosion resembling something a certain woman named Carol did to, save everybody's lives. So, I bet you guys are wondering, wait a minute. If Carol is supposedly dead with everybody else, Morgan is out there, but he's still in Atlanta. Who did this? Was it maybe more survivors? Or what? Who could have possibly done this? Well, it's not who you expect it to be, especially regarding the distance. It's none other than Morgan Jones, with a sniper just like Carol. So, yeah. I know I kind of left it ambiguous there, but hey, it's Morgan Jones. Now hold up. How in the world did Morgan reach that point so fast in the time it would be needed from Atlanta leaving to go and rescue them? How would he even know? Well, this is why the episode was so short, because this is a great place to leave the episode and the story for now. So I hope you guys enjoyed, because that's where we're leaving things for the moment. I know, mostly all the episodes except for the first few, and then it progressively got longer. But like I said, this was just an extremely good place to leave the story. Especially because, Morgan saving everybody in the place of Carol, and it being really strange how he would get there so fast. But next episode is going to be another big one. This was slow and short because it really just had to be that way. But next episode will be long again, so stay tuned.